Hello everybody and welcome back to Natlan. You can see where we are. Today we are going to start the travel quest for the Children of the Echoes, making our way steadily through these quests. And we actually do have some housekeeping before we get started. We've got a couple of these birthday letters. I don't know. I'm seeing Grandmaster Varka and Mika, so as much as I adore you, Kaya, we're actually going to put this one away. Hi, Kaya. Eventually I'll have enough letters to do one letter every single day and not repeat, because I have so many to go over. 178. Well, that's good to know. And some of those I will have read, but not all. Alright, let's read this Ganyu one, because this appears to be talking about Liyue shenanigans, which sounds kind of fun. Alright, so from Ganyu, a chance encounter. This morning, when I stopped by the Ministry of Civil Affairs, I happened to run into Cloud Retainer at the entrance. I thought she was going to give me some important instructions, but after pondering for a while, she instead invited me for dinner at her place, saying she'd make me some birthday noodles. I arrived on time, only to find a noisy contraption that was constantly spewing noodles all over the room. The floor was about to be covered with noodles. While Cloud Retainer was doing her best to repair the contraption, Miss Shenhua was trying to untangle the noodles with her spear. When Madame Ping arrived, with Yanfei, Yao Yao, and Xianling right behind her, we all rushed in to help. After working together for quite a while, we finally managed to get the noodles off the floor and hang them on the spear. All in all, the hanging noodles made with the contraption were surprisingly delicious. I've sent you some so you can try them too. Oh my goodness! That is hilarious. That is adorable. I'm just a sea of noodles all over the floor. This is amazing. At least they turned out well, though. That's a lively... Oh, that's so cute. A lively birthday, to be sure. Sounds like fun. How nice for our dear Ganyu. Happy birthday, Ganyu. Wow, that kind of made my day, actually. That's just a fun shenanigan right there. Fun times with your mother figure. And all your friends. Well, not all of them, probably. I bet Ganyu's very popular in Liyue. But a good group of close friends. Hello, spirally thing. Okay, where are we going? I know we need to find this tribal quest. It's probably going to be a person. Let's just open the map. It's over there. Now we are navigating. Ooh. Up, down, it is down. I'm kind of looking forward to this one. Because the Children of Echoes, with it being... I think it's going to be that person right there. With the Children of Echoes being our first introduction to Natlan, we kind of learned more about Natlan itself during our time here than we did actually about the Children of Echoes specifically. I'm looking forward to this travel quest. I'm sure it will introduce us to them a lot more... in a lot more detail. Oh, I wanted the sparkle.
She's not back yet. Oh, I hope nothing bad happened to Master Cheffin.
Ooh, something we can help with?
Hey, that little kid is crying. I wonder what happened.
The master of the shop, maybe? Went out to get some gems? Did not come back? Hey, little one. Is something the matter?
Master Cheffin, she went to gather volcanic crystals, but she's still not back yet.
When did she say she would be back?
I told the guards, but they said they don't have people to spare. Plus, that area's super dangerous, with tons of monsters and bad guys.
Well, sign me right up. Where is it?
They have to finish making preparations before they can try to rescue her. But it'll be too late by then.
Don't worry. We'll look for her. I guess it's time for more heroics.
So, you'll help? Great! I'll just make a quick sketch to show you where the guards went earlier.
Wait, were the guards too busy, or were they able to go? You're not lying to us, are you, little one? I assume not. Maybe they looked around briefly to see if they could find her, but decided not to delve further into the dangerous zone when they didn't.
They said Master Chevin might have stopped around here.
Thank you. Let's see.
She might have been forced to go near the shadow pin. If that's the case, then...
Not to worry, we're familiar with the area.
Please, you have to save her.
We will do our best. Ooh, the Petley Dissonance. I like the name of this quest. Wonder if we'll get any sound-based elements. There's a lot of music in the Children of the Echoes. I can see it.
Please help me save Master Chevin.
We're on the case. Just after I do some investigating around here first, you know? I need to know what she was looking for. This is such a fun song. Okay. No more investigates. Let's go. My quest is not tracking, which is bizarre. Here you are. Let's focus. Just in case. The way it stopped tracking made me worried that some other quest tried to interfere or something. Alright, Chevin from Muhuru's Emporium went out alone to collect ores. Now she seems to be in danger, and at Emix's request, you decide to go save her. And we do indeed need to go to the Sulphur's Veins. Wonderful. Happily, we already have this place investigated. I don't like teleporting into quests. I'd rather walk over to it. You're gonna be way deep, aren't you? Alright, let's teleport here and just walk over. Hey, wait a minute. Did you see that Oculus symbol? Is there really an Oculus over there? That way? Just a quick check to see if it pops up. We're getting... We're getting to the part where, there's just enough oculi left on the map. Ah, darn. Wait a sec, I have an idea. It worked! I was worried because Xilolen's skill also does rely on stamina to an extent, so... Lasted but a moment was enough. Awesome. But yeah, oculi. At least in the areas where we've unlocked the map. There's definitely quite a bit of map that we haven't unlocked. At least in... Oh, look, you can even see it! Let's go get it. Oh my god. Ah, that was scary. Yes, the oculi are getting rarer. So it's good form to go get them when we find them. What do you think? Do a little of this. And then... Close enough. And she hates climbing, so we'll just immediately drop down. Say hello to our little friend. Hello. And then go get this chest. Tee.
Show no mercy.
I would very much like it.
Drop.
Oop. There we go. He's stuck on my ultimate over there. I know the feeling. Happens to the best of us. It's kind of fun. I think it's very impressive that these rocks that we can put down actually become tangible parts of the environment that will block your way. But it's also very funny, for as often as it's gotten into our way, it's delightful to see it get into other people's way as well. We are all confined by the rules of space and time. Alright. Oh, nice! Oh, yeah, no, C6ing Bennett was a wonderful idea. I think the little one is still up there trying to fight us, but we shall not fight them.
It's a miracle!
10 Primogems, yeah, it is. Alrighty, we did what we came out to do. I'm not seeing any other oculi popping up, so let's head over. Approximately this way. Now, a thought just occurred to me, which oh, hi little rhino. Cute. Which I think is interesting. You know, Chi-Chi. So I recently acquired my first Chi-Chi. It was a wonderful time. And that, by the way, that was 100% not sarcastic. That was quite genuine. I was very delighted, to receive my first Chi-Chi. And, I just did the theater because it reset recently. Another chest. And, you know, I got some keys. I want to go... Oh, pretty. Oh, really? Huh, that's where we are. Really? Wow, okay. Oops, went the wrong way. Kind of ish. We'll get there eventually. Anyways, Chi-Chi. Imaginary theater, keys, envisioned echoes. I want to go unlock something. You know, I don't want the keys to max out. I want to use them so I can keep collecting more. Ooh, those are good ores. And I discovered that Chi-Chi has an echo. And it's little ghosties. And I thought it was kind of interesting. A lot of the other echoes kind of depart from the character. But Chi-Chi's echo actually approaches her, which I thought was neat. Maybe like a visual representation of death trying to reclaim her? I don't know. But what's interesting to note here, why this topic came to mind, is if you look at Lali's little ghosties that we have right now, it's the same ghosties as Chi-Chi's. So, or maybe not. These ghosties have one eye. And I feel like the Chi-Chi ones had two, maybe? Still, something to keep in mind. See it, Lali, why do you have ghosties?
Is this an answer from this world?
I imagine it has something to do with her abilities as a genius from the Night Wind. But I just wonder if she maybe has specifically an interest. Why? An interesting relationship with death and with ghosts. Why the little
Alright, let's finish this
arrow? It makes me think that if I fight this person, I'm going to start a quest or something.
Transfixed. That was quick.
Nope, I just got a chest. I'll take it. Ooh, I thought of a new line. Let's see. Did we get any more?
On the road.
We sure did. Paimon, we could buy sandwiches with this. Sparkly. That's where that one world quest was, isn't it? That way. Alright. We've made it! Just about. Is that her? Oh, beetles. Oh, y'all noticed me? Wow.
According to the map, we should be getting close.
I dare say we are, dear Paimon.
Search the area.
Why
Stay on
do
your
you-
toes, though, traveler.
Why are you half dead? That's weird. I didn't even do anything to him. There's no environmental hazards over there either. Hello, my friend. We're here to help.
Over there. That Master Chevin?
It's really just satisfying.
Show no mercy.
The little poke.
Overruled.
Whee!
Come from? So strong! Let's get out of here, boys! Run! Leave the stuff if you want to live! Drop all of it!
I guess that was the treasure hoarders. Ooh, power
Well, they
stance.
didn't put up much of a fight.
No, indeed. Ooh, serious face. Guess they knew what they were up against. Our reputation has its perks.
Thank you so much. I thought I wasn't gonna make it down this mountain alive.
Not to worry. You have people who care about you, and that's why we're here.
Saved by the Traveller. Guess my luck's not too bad today.
Wow, you actually recognize us. That's cool. I love her. What would you even call that? Monocle, I suppose? Super powerful monocle? Look at all these lenses. That's so neat.
Sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chevin, a gem artisan. I'm not usually this lucky, but maybe things are looking up.
Amix sent us to help. Were you collecting gems and the treasure hoarders wanted to steal them?
She did, huh?
It was, what was it? She called it some sort of
I
crystal.
didn't mean to make her worry. I wasn't planning to be gone longer than 2 days, tops.
Volcanic crystal, was it? How long have you been out here?
But then I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal near the Shadow Pin. It's a large deposit and the purity is exceptional.
Oh, I love the design of this area. It looks so cool and so
I dug up
beautiful.
a whole bunch of it and was getting ready to head back. But the phlogiston within the crystals attracted monsters.
So first the monsters came,
Anyway, I'm sure you've seen the state this place is
and then
in.
the treasure hoarders.
It's all because the Shadow Pin suddenly came crashing to the ground and left behind a massive crater.
That's really funny. Does this quest only unlock after you've done the world quest in this area?
The seam I found was closer to the outside, so it survived the disaster. Still, the crash riled up the monsters in the area, and now they're everywhere.
Not to worry.
I panicked and ran up a narrow path to avoid them. But by the time I was in the clear, I ended up running into those bandits. You showed up in the nick of time.
Glad to be here.
If the situation was so dangerous, why didn't you just drop the crystals and run?
Let me guess, they were explosive or something?
I left most of them behind, believe me. I only kept the purest chunk. I have to bring it back no matter what.
No, this is a personal project. What's going on?
For Tlasoli and poor little Nechka.
Who are they?
Ah, right, you wouldn't know. Tlasoli is a former ancient name artisan, and Nechka is her daughter.
Oh, cool. So, she crafts ancient names. Xilonen's in that line of business too.
Oh, you know Xilonen? Try mentioning that name in front of Tlasoli. She could sing Xilonen's praises forever.
I wonder if she was her teacher.
The foremost expert in ancient names. The future of our tribe. The finest artisan in Natlan. You'll never hear the end of it.
Either way, she's definitely proud of her.
I know Tlasoli misses the days when she used to forge ancient names. She'd never say as much, but I can tell.
Why did she stop?
Because of her daughter. Poor Nechka contracted an awful illness, and Tlasoli put everything aside to take care of her. Even as Nechka's illness grew worse, Tlasoli never gave up. Like a torch in the night, she was determined to burn bright, even as darkness encroached from all directions.
So I wonder, is the volcanic crystal meant to help with this somehow?
Still, all's well that ends well. Thanks to the doctor's medicine and the Wyop's protection, Nechka's flame was rekindled.
Oh great, it's already been handled.
Her condition has been slowly improving ever since. She's still weak, of course, and has to recuperate at home. But she's well enough to write letters already.
That's fantastic.
She often writes to Xilonen, apparently. Her dream is to become an ancient names forger just like her mother.
What are you thinking, Traveler?
Her birthday's in a few days, so Tlasoli asked me to find a pure volcanic crystal to give her as a present.
So that's why you were out here. No wonder you wouldn't leave the crystal behind.
Yeah, talk about an important chunk of ore. What a nice gift. Paimon hopes it helps her feel better.
I'm sure she and her mother appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's head back. I'm sure Emish is worried sick.
Oh, Emish. Gotcha.
Actually, why don't you
Cool.
come with me to visit Tlasoli tomorrow? It's all thanks to you that I managed to bring back the crystal. You deserve a reward for helping us protect something so significant.
I just hope it makes Nechka happy. Is it an ancient name? I want to say the first one, but I am interested to see what she'll say to the second one.
Hey, the Pyro Archon said she contacted Xilonen about that already. Let's not complicate things.
Aw, I was fishing for more information on the forging process.
We don't need anything fancy like that. A normal gift is more than enough.
Cute.
Don't worry, something tells me you'll like this one.
Now I'm curious.
But I'll let Tlasoli tell you what it is herself.
Oh my god, wow! Huh. That was all of Act 1? Goodness, I think I spent more time collecting chests than the actual quest. It's so pretty here. I want to keep exploring. But there's a lot more chests in this area. I haven't really done much over here. With the other world quest. I was focused on the world quest. Potato! What's that over there? Interesting. Ooh, look at all these investigates. That's suspicious. Don't you think that's suspicious? I think that's suspicious. And by that, I mean there's just one guy just standing there. Do you have a name? Are you one of those trainers? Oh, you are! Oh, wow. Haha. Alright. Not seeing much. Let's go back. Mine. Over here? I bet we could teleport here. Oh, but my health's kind of low. Okay, to the statue we go. And we should check our Hieroculi as well. Oh, wow. That is so pretty. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my god, I love it. Wow, it's not often anymore that I just stop in my tracks to look at something in this game. Especially, like, you know, once you get used to an area, you just kind of get used to it. But I do love that they have these day-night cycles, and even with the rain, kind of seasonal-ish cycles. Nah, just rain, sun cycle. Still, it keeps things fresh. And every now and then you just see it looking completely different, and it feels new again. And it's so beautiful. I love it. You've got a nice place here, my friend. Let's go find Emish, was it? Like Xilonen, Emish. Aha, I see. The sparkles came back already? Whoa. How does that work? The server didn't just reset, did it?
See some gems?
Shouldn't have.
So shiny.
Don't mind if I do, though. Nice. Alrighty, Emish. Alright. I'm here about this missing package. Whoa! Oh, I think that's, First of all, maybe that's what interfered with our quest earlier. Secondly, is that the Jasper quest?
Oh,
No, that's about a
looking
gem,
forward to your gift?
not a package. Maybe it's about one of those mail packages I just picked up in the wild. We are just happy to visit Sletzoli and Nechka. Well, I am curious.
That's right. Nechka's been so sick, and Tlasoli had to give up what she loves. Things might get better, but they could probably still use some cheering up.
I've already asked someone to swing by and let Tlasoli know we're coming. She's probably made all the necessary preparations. Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story, Mish? I'll be right back.
And this time we'll make sure she does. She won't be right back in 4 days this time, you know. Horse echoes. Oh dear. We went from dissident to horse. Not a fun state to be in, I can tell you that. Where are they? That way? Upwards? Probably? Downwards? Ew, way up there. Alright, well let's just teleport. It's different every time! I love just the way they use color. The orange with the cyan. Incredible. Incredible. Those tones are so, like, distinctly different. But it doesn't feel artificial. Like, it makes sense they would both be in this landscape. With the shading and the distance. I love it. So cool. I feel like if there was a Bob Ross in Teyvat, Bob Ross would love it here. I would love for there to be someone like that in this world. Teyvat's first influencer. I think they'd do well as a painter here.
Here we are. Nice house, right? Give me a sec, I'll go knock.
Thank you very much. Amazing that these guys are willing to host us on
Tlasoli,
such
open up! They're here!
short notice.
Tlasoli? Are you home? Open the door!
Uh-oh.
That's strange. Huh, the door's locked. But she shouldn't be out at this time of day.
Bust it down. Something's wrong.
Hey, Nechka! Nechka! It's me, Chevin! Open up, please!
No response. Need me to break down the door?
What if something happened to the two of them? What if Nechka got worse again?
They could be out gathering supplies, you know, to host guests on such short notice, but
Let's not overthink things.
something
They were
happened, didn't
doing
it?
just fine the last time I was here. Nechka was sleeping soundly in her room.
And when was this?
Still, I told Tlasoli we were coming. Maybe she had to take Nechka out to get some medicine.
We could split up and search.
Hey, what's that over there? Looks like a Tapetlosaur nest.
That's right. Tlasoli has a Tapetlisaur companion. If I remember right, its name is Iengu?
I'm wondering, do you suppose the treasure hoarders didn't flee as far as we thought and they overheard our conversation earlier? And so they came here to steal the crystal? But then, if something's going on with the Tapetlosaur...
When she was still in the forging business, she'd often have Iengu help with some digging work. But since Nechka fell ill, she hasn't let it dig much recently. Wait a minute. What the... This place is a mess! Iengu's nowhere to be seen either.
Do you think someone kidnapped them and Iangu pursued, or the other way around?
Whoa, look at all these broken boxes. Something terrible must have happened.
Let's take a closer look. You stay here, Chevin.
Oh. Alright, I'll just find a place to hide for now.
Sounds good.
How is it that every single time Emish tells me not to go someplace dangerous, I'm always running into danger? It's like her words have some sort of power over me. Maybe it's the Wyab's doing.
That's kind of hilarious. He has a talent, that's for sure.
How is it that every single time Emish tells me not to go someplace dangerous?
Same line as before. Alright. Look at this, we're actually investigating. I love it. Okay. Ooh, look at those gears. That's neat. They write about a heating system in the home or a cooling system. A convertible house. Interesting. Interesting.
The tracks end at this cliff. Could the Tapetlosaur have climbed up the mountain?
There's also a world quest up
Let's
there.
head up there and see.
So let's see. I mean, maybe Iangu? Was that their name? Just decided to start digging, feeling the need. Ooh, interesting. And very interesting. I'm super curious, actually. And accidentally made a sinkhole under the house, and the house collapsed, and that's why there's nobody there. Or
Give me a moment to compose my.
I freaking didn't deploy the party. Or, and it seems more likely, Iangu went up the cliff for some reason. Whee! Ooh. Yes. No. Okay. Ooh, whoa. I guess they want us to go that way for the quest.
Gliding be faster?
That's a great question, Venti. Aha! Found it! There we go. Thank you, Venti. And away you go, my friend. I love Animo. I've been having a lot of fun in the Abyss recently. I can say that much. With Venti currently on the banner, it's very geared towards Animo at the moment, and I do not mind one bit. Alrighty. This is gonna hurt us. Why do they want us to go this way? Why don't we just go the other way? Oh, we need this stamina stuff, don't we? Okay, never mind. Ooh, hey, a path. Let's take it. Enter! Hey, an Oculus! Ooh, rain. Whenever something like that happens, I always wonder if it's quest ordained or if this is an honest random rain. There it is. Let's get that really quick. That way we don't even need to mark up the map. Up we get. Lovely. Alrighty, over to Iangu. Iangu seems upset, and it is raining. I hope everything is okay. Well, obviously everything's not okay, but I hope everyone is okay in the long run.
Huh. There really is a Tapetlosaur up here. Might not be Tlasoli's companion, though.
At least it doesn't seem to be in any danger. Seems like it got up here on its own.
Paimon still doesn't see any sign of Tlasoli.
Hey, Traveller! Paimon!
Oh! Oh my god, hello! Is that them? She's got ears like a Xilonen.
That's Chevin's voice!
Looks like there's someone next to her.
Come down, quick! Tlasoli's here!
Where is your child?
Huh? We just got up here and Tlasoli's back already? What a coincidence.
Either way, let's get down there. Yeah, quite a coincidence.
Well, guess this means we should head back down.
Something's fishy.
Why is the Tapetlosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run, you'll hit us!
Are they going to knock us off? You descend the mountain with the Tapetlosaur.
Iangu, come here. Are you being naughty again?
I wonder if this quest is going to focus on the human-Saurian relationship a little bit. Like we said earlier, the Children of Echoes has kind of been our introduction to main mechanics and themes of Natlan. It is where we literally learned about Saurian companions and all. So I wonder if this is going to be sort of an examination of a relationship where the companionship is not benefiting either party anymore. And either they need to go their separate ways, or they need to adjust how they treat each other. Because it seems like Iyengu feels very cooped up and very agitated because of that. And, went up the cliff just to feel better. Stretch their legs, But then what's up with Tlazoli, though? I don't know. I don't know why she's, so suspicious right now. Where's your child? Oh.
That's a good Saurian. Oh, you must be hungry. Sorry. I'll whip up something for you later.
Okay, that's good. You can see she still cares for Yengu, but is prioritizing other things in her life,
Alright, run along and play now. I'll come along in a sec.
Aw, but Yengu's happy.
Sorry, you two. I was waiting for you at home when Nechka... Well, she snuck out and ran off by herself.
Oh, wow.
She said she just wanted to pick some flowers for our guests.
I mean, that's almost a good sign if she's feeling that strong, but obviously not ideal.
But she ended up getting lost along the way. Luckily, I managed to find her before long.
Is she alright?
Yeah, Chevin told us she was just starting to get better.
She's still very weak. The shock and the cold winds certainly didn't help, so she ended up with a slight fever. I gave her some medicine and now she's in bed. But it's nothing a good night's rest can't fix.
Okay, that's good. I hope it doesn't set her back too much.
That said, she won't be able to meet you today. I'm sorry you came all this way for nothing.
That's okay. I'd rather she rest and get better. I do feel a little bit still suspicious towards you, though.
Don't worry about it. We know she's still recovering. Chevin told us how serious her illness was.
I don't think this quest will get too dark, though. I don't think the mom has done something, but I wonder if she's lying to us right now.
Her health definitely comes first. We were just dropping by to check on her.
Is she all better now? Sounds like she's doing well enough to run off on her own, too.
Yes, and to run away from eating her vegetables. She's a fast one, that's for sure.
Classic.
She jumps over chairs, hides under the table, then runs all around the house. I can hardly catch her.
And that shows a lot of energy. That's great.
Seeing how she is now, that's already enough. I really couldn't ask for more.
Okay. Gradually seeming more and more fine, actually.
Hey, cheer up. This is supposed to be a happy occasion. We do appreciate that she tried to welcome us with flowers. Anyway, Tlasoli, about the thing I was telling you before.
The gift? Alright, let's hear it.
Yeah, what did you get us?
Well, it's a blaze gem inscription.
Ooh.
I made it from a
Ooh.
Curie store, so it's almost completely resistant to erosion.
Whoa! What is that?
The techniques used to make it are all rooted in ancient name forging.
So it's like a simplified version of an ancient name? An ancient nickname?
Don't say that or the Wyatt might smite me. The process just uses a few of the same techniques and materials.
It looks beautiful.
When I first made one, I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose, apart from the erosion resistance and the general aesthetic.
It it almost kind of looks like the symbol from Hades, too.
But then Chevin suggested using the crystals to make a special kind of ornament.
Blaze gem inscriptions made by an ancient name artisan, engraved with words that never fade.
What words? What does it say?
Quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
Very innovative.
Wow, that description really does make it seem special.
You've got a good eye for business. No wonder you run your own store.
Tlasoli's blaze gem inscriptions really are special, though. Word of mouth isn't always reliable. As information gets passed along, it becomes incomplete, forgotten, and sometimes even distorted. But the words inscribed on these crystals will stand the test of time. The inscription will never deteriorate, and the meaning will never get twisted.
You know, that's kind of cool. There is a theme that we saw established in Leoe about stone being a form of memory in this world, or at least a method of recording things in this world. But then also established in Larua was the possibility of erosion, and all that that entails. And stones, naturally, even in our world, of course, erode over time. So here we go, kind of an updated aspect to this. What if you had a stone that did not erode? I wonder what the price is for making a stone like this, though. And she said something about a function? I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose. So, that kind of implies that you have since found the practical purpose. Is it just financial? I'm curious, what do you use these for?
It's the perfect gift for a dear friend or significant other. You could even pass it down to younger generations.
You're really pushing the sales pitch. You're very persuasive.
Yeah, let's get one! We can engrave our names onto it. And then once we find your brother, he can add his name as well.
That's so sweet.
That way, our names will be together forever.
A little family stone. Looks like Paimon's already been hooked. That sounds a little too precious.
You deserve it. You saved me. And Nechka's birthday present. It's the least I can do to repay you.
Chevin, I thought I told you.
Oh?
Don't you start acting shy too, Tlasoli. It's a great gift. I know how much work goes into one of your Blaze Gem inscriptions.
I wonder what she was going to say.
Well then, thank you both. I'll have it ready as soon as possible. Then, I'll have you do the inscription yourself.
We would be honored.
Nechka should be well by then. She'll be very excited to meet you.
Good things are better with company. Might as well buy a few more as gifts.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know how expensive that would be. You sure we have enough travel funds? Hold on. This isn't part of some scheme to make us spend all of our mora, right? Chevin?
An interesting scheme, considering that it started with us saving her life.
You never know. You do look like you have some savings to spare.
No, that's our food fund. We need it.
No, don't listen to that, Traveler. You'll end up losing all your mora.
I already have no Mora.
In any case, it's up to you.
Hi, buddy.
Oh no, it's the Tapatlosaur again! Quick, someone stop it! Paimon doesn't want to get run over again!
Whoa, whoa. There. It's a cutie patootie.
Also, if you don't mind, Tlasoli, I'd like you to help me repair my Blaze Gem inscription.
You broke yours? We were just talking about how... I guess not indestructible they are. What happened?
I dropped it when I was attacked earlier.
Ah.
The rope and clasp both snapped, so I haven't been wearing it.
Oh, just the jewelry parts. Okay.
I tried fixing it myself, but I just couldn't get it to stay. Could you help?
Just leave it to me. I'll make it as good as new. Thank you, Chevin, for going all that way and...
It was nothing. We all just want Nechka to get better.
You're right.
That's sweet.
Miangu, behave yourself. I'll feed you in just a second.
I'm still a little suspicious, though. We don't know why this place was trashed. Might have just been Iengu, you know, feeling frustrated, needing more space.
I'll have Chevin contact you once everything's ready, Traveler.
Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll even line it up with Nechka's birthday. We can even have a little party.
Can I invite Jasper?
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food, and we'll make sure we're ready to eat. Anyway, see you around, Tlasoli!
See you. I hope Nechka gets better soon.
Look after yourselves. Nechka is going to be so happy to meet you.
Suspicious. Huh. And there's Act 2. Wow, that's fast. Seriously. If I didn't already think that this quest shouldn't get too dark, just based off the other tribal quests we've done, and also the potential that this quest has to get dark, the potential is to get very dark, and I don't think they'd randomly do that in this tribal quest. But it sure is so suspicious. What the heck? Where was that chest that I saw? It vanished. I need my reputation. I'm really curious over here. It seems like there might be a passageway. Nice. Warning sign. Ooh. The workshop is closed. No entry. The workshop entrance seems to be blocked by mud and rocks. It looks like there's no way to gain entry. No way for somebody who's not a Geo user. No way for myself. Explode! Nah. Okay, so there's really no entry. You don't suppose that... What's her name? Nichka is in there? I hope not. I sure hope she wasn't buried. I feel like if she was dead, Iengu would be much more agitated. Unless Iengu doesn't know as well. I wonder what Iengu was doing up there. Oh man, it's gonna take forever, isn't it? That a Chapetlosaur. And there's another world quest up there. Fascinating. He didn't give us another thing. That's unfortunate. Gaunts. I want to go back up there and investigate. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's go do that. What was Iengu looking at? Was it one of those phlogiston shrines? Do they have a technical name? Phlogiston. Yeah, these things. The thing on the left. Doesn't seem like it has a name. Phlogiston Source Outpost. That's a good name.
Alright, let's finish this. Everybody stand back! Crumble apart!
Yes, you are. Qualified after all.
Oh, thank you. I'm qualified. I don't know what I'm qualified for, but it's always good to qualify. I suppose. Nah, it's probably not always good to qualify.
Is this an answer from this world?
For instance, qualifying as one of Malwika's enemies would probably be a bad idea. What's over here? Ooh, an Oculus! I'll take an Oculus. And there's some people. Do they have a chest? They got a lot of sparkles. Wow. I do like sparkles.
Alright, let's finish this patch.
Sounds like a plan. Oh no, there's babies. Oh. But I suppose if they want to fight, we need to support their development as little warriors.
Out of the way or get blown away. That was quick.
Okay. Even more sparklies now. Hehehe, mine. Okay. Investigate. Surprised there isn't a chest over here. Is it because there's an Oculus?
Alright, let's finish this patch. Let's light it up. That was transfixed.
Darn it. Missed a tiny little bit of Bond of Life there. Well, they have a lot of bones. I guess if they don't have a chest, at least they have cool bones. Nice. Oh god, look at that tiny little llama. Is it just me, or is that one super small? Oh my god, can I catch? Can I catch you? Oops. Am I walking now? I sure am. Okay. Let's go back here, and I just need, I think I kind of messed up my keys. Okay, we're good. Just had to fix my keyboard for a second. Let's see. 2 gadgets. 2 here. Gonna swap out the treasure compass for the Omni Ubiquity Net. As I approach, you do look bigger and bigger, my friend. Maybe you are not a baby. You are a baby! Oh my god! I want this one too. No, you're gone! This is cool down. Devastating. How do I undo this? Oh, no! It's Z. There it is. And one more. There we go. Okay, now I have to check if I messed up my keyboard again. And again, we're good. Great. Okay. Do I pursue the llamas? I don't think so. Alright, let's head to the Children of Echoes. Wow, we're really close to the boundary. That's cool. Maybe I should check on the map to see if there's anything cool looking over here to interact with. Look at this guy. There's no ground to hide in, so he's just sticking straight up. That is so funny. You are basically asking to be caught, my friend. Never mind, you teleported away. You live another day. Oh no, I switched my gadgets wrong. Ah, how could I live without my seed dispensary? There we go. All is right in the world. Alright, let's go to the Children of Echoes. Inside. Let's go here, let's go there.
It's been several days now.
Has it?
Wonder if Tlasoli has finished making the Blaze Gem inscription.
Wow.
Nishka's birthday is around the corner. Let's go to the tribe and buy some things, and then pay the family a visit.
Might have just been me, but it almost sounded like Paimon's voice was echoing a little bit. That is a great touch. Oh, there's Xilonen. I think she's asleep. Don't mind me, Xilonen. Just taking some artifacts. Thank you very much. Hey, Xilonen. Good morning.
Xilonen, good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can...
Oh, she's asleep.
The shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
Very nice.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But looks like you're about to head out for a break.
Yes, but I am going to take it right here. The temperature is just perfect today.
Oh, it's like a cat curling up in the sun patch, you know?
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual? I really don't want to stay out in this heat.
It does feel kind of nice to just lay down in the sun and take a nap.
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I see. Oh, here comes another customer. I'll just leave you to it then, and pick up my axe.
And I bet by now she's wondering, huh, I wasn't expecting another customer to come at this time. Who is it? She probably knows exactly when her regulars will arrive.
Sounds good to me.
When they're busy and when they're free.
Hey, Xilonen!
Paimon!
Oh, Traveller, Paimon! We meet again. Oh, you two seem to be in good spirits.
That was adorable. What if she had been asleep? You would have scared her half to death.
How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Run into any issues?
No, everything's fine. Working on it.
Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle, even though I've already turned it over to you.
So I guess I've heard of these before.
There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
What exactly would go wrong? A story gets recorded incorrectly? A story gets lost or doesn't get finished? Like if we start a story and then don't finish it, does that part just become part of our grander story or does that cause a problem? What if we record a bad story? I suppose that would just go into the meaning of our name, you know?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spiritway, I'd say.
They're pretty slim.
Oh, well, that definitely would never happen.
I found the axe, Xilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nichka's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning to visit her?
I've prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her.
Oh, perfect.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you? Or, let me guess, woodworking tools?
Well, she does want to be an ancient name creator, right? So maybe she'd love the tools. You'd give these kinds of things as birthday gifts? I'd like a set too. Where can I buy one?
Oh, yeah, I make these myself, and it's a lot of work. But if you like a set, I can make some time and forge one for you.
You are too nice, Xilonen. You would let us pay you for this, right?
Great! We often camp out in the wild, but a set of Xilonen's tools would make pitching a tent and starting a bonfire a whole lot easier.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I asked for the tools. We are so alike, Paimon.
Well, still, I won't be giving Nichka any tools this year. She wrote me a letter saying that she'd like a copy of To Kill the Brave.
Ooh.
The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection. They were really old editions that were published a long time ago, but they should still be readable.
Ooh. Xilonen is a book collector? She has multiple copies of one book?
Children her
Cool.
age love fairy tales. The last time I was at Tasoli's, I even brought Nichka. Huh. Wait. What did I bring her again?
Ooh.
It must have been her favorite thing, but, why can't I remember it anymore?
Oh, fascinating. Do you suppose it's to do with those, I've already forgotten what they're called. Ha! Funny, ironic. The crystals that Tlatzoli makes with the engravings. if you engrave something on there, do you accidentally remove it from the wearer's or bearer's or creator's memory?
Oh, it is quite hot today.
Wow.
Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
That's such a nice shot with the light coming in behind her. Super pretty. That's also really funny. Funny, but if it's true, concerning. We should get this woman some water.
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days. I've been forgetting things for some odd reason.
I wonder if it's something to do with the Wyob, because... Again, when people from Natlan leave Natlan and the Wyob can no longer protect them, or at least doesn't want to expend their energy to protect them in order to protect Natlan, they start losing memory as one of the few symptoms, one of the many symptoms that they have. So, does this mean that the Wyob has stopped protecting her? Because also, yeah, that's something that's really interesting to me. It implies that this would be happening to people in Natlan as well, unless the Wyob were consistently working to prevent it from happening. Which is really fascinating. It makes sense, yeah, because we've learned that they're literally part of the leyline system. Just built different, as they say. So I wonder what that means in the rest of Teyvat if Irminsul's constantly doing that for everyone. Making sure their memories maintain. I wonder if that means that everyone in Teyvat has an interesting relationship with memory, or if it is this way just because Irminsul exists, and since Irminsul is recording all the memories, in order for people to remember things at all, Irminsul has to be involved? We're getting into the nitty-gritty here. But basically, I'm wondering if she's forgetting things because something's wrong with the Wyob, and just based on what we've seen so far in this quest, it probably has something to do with those crystals.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the Blaze Gem inscription you have as a
Exactly.
memo to engrave some important things to remember?
Blaze Gem inscription.
After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
It's funny how everyone who talks about these crystals automatically sounds like they're doing an advertisement for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full.
Your name is that long? Did you include all your relatives' names too?
No. I engraved some wishes on my Blaze Gem inscription.
Oh, that's sweet.
You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this Blaze Gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers.
Or dangerous powers.
So, many people who bought Blaze Gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
I like the idea, but I do worry if this is basically... If name engraving has basically been passed down for centuries and has been, you know, I don't know if directly taught, but at least has been learned under the guidance of the Wyob. I think these Blaze Gem inscriptions are somehow interfering.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
I was just wondering the same thing. Yeah, that would be a little embarrassing.
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. She has a unique method of engraving.
Unique?
With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text.
Oh, that's really cool.
Without the right angle of lighting, the Blaze Gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
That's really cool. Can you do that in real life?
That's true. In the end, a Blaze Gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. It doesn't have the power to grant people's wishes. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. The only one who will answer is yourself. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Carrying them with you and taking a look from time to time can be a good source of encouragement. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. These things are extremely durable. It would take a lot of effort to change the words.
Yeah, my question is, what happens when you fulfill one of your wishes? What happens in 40 years from now when, hopefully, you fulfilled all of them? I guess you get a new one?
And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. If you ever lost it, you'd just be filled with regret. Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one? Oh, well, I hope someone didn't give her an idea of making fewer and selling for more.
I know just the person who would do that. Sounds just like one of Shevan's schemes.
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. Still, I don't think it's such a bad thing for Tassoli to make some money by selling these.
That's probably how she's supporting her daughter.
At least she and little Nachka are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore.
Exactly.
I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some...
Whoa. You even forgot that?
Huh? What was I planning to send to Nachka again? This memory of mine.
Wow. I mean, on one hand, it's very impressive that Tlazoli accidentally, figured out how to interfere with the memory system here in the Children of Echoes. But on the other hand, it is concerning. Do you suppose she did this deliberately for some reason? Or do you suppose she knows about the dangers but doesn't care?
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory. You should, go back. Yeah, get some rest.
And some water.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlasoli and Nachka.
Though I don't think the heat is just the issue here. Bye.
What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Ernly to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nachka's birthday party too, Xilonen? Oh, perfect! Then let's go together!
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlasoli too. She hasn't been coming to the tribe much lately, so how did you get a chance to talk with her?
Well, you explain your encounter with Tlazoli to Xilonen.
Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Guess she's really pulling out all the stops for her daughter.
How did you meet her, Xilonen? Was she your teacher? You called her auntie, right? We also wanted to get a gift for Nachka, but we have no idea what she might like.
Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Oh, cute.
Huh? Wait a second, aren't birthday gifts supposed to be a surprise?
Well, we don't know her that well, right?
If we ask Nachka, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her, and that would ruin the surprise!
We could ask her to give her multiple options and surprise her with one of them, or just ask her to tell us what she likes and what she's interested in, and then come up with something ourselves that fits the theme.
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter. That might be a good option.
Easy enough. I have loads of those in my bag.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it.
Well, we just get her different books.
Xilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most? There must be something else she'd like besides books.
Unfortunately, no. Nachka's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. Apparently, she couldn't do anything during that time other than rest in bed. She didn't even have the strength to talk to anyone.
So actually, books might have been a great comfort to her over these years, no?
It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes and we can each give her one.
Wow. Great idea. Let's just go into Ask Nachka. I would like to see them again.
Yeah, even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her? Is it really that unpopular?
Oh yeah, do we get to read it first?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord.
A demon lord? Oh my god. You know, I'm fascinated to know more about what the Tivat concept of a demon is. There's got to be at least 5 demons in this world, right? And people know that demons exist. They use the word demon. But we had not seen any real demons or heard anything about real demons, so where did the concept of a demon come from?
But after defeating the Demon Lord, the older brother Tequil discovers that the King's spirit has possessed his younger brother Remak. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the Demon Lord, before jumping into a volcano.
I don't know if this is a great gift for a child. What's the second version? Ooh! Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. That's the demon, huh? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eyes. There's a little human down there. Does that look similar to anything we've seen before? Not really, I don't think. Nothing comes to mind. Man, that's beautiful. Wow. Alrighty, here we go. Somewhat aged copy of Tequil the Brave. This tale comes from the desolate, distant past. In those days, the mountain's teeth were still bared like blades against man and beast, thirsting for the souls of the feeble-minded, human and non-human alike. People knew that the god of the mountains loved them not, and was to be given a wide berth. Yet they were forced to seek shelter in caverns from the storms screaming through the wilds, all to pass one long night after the next. But these caverns, like the mountains, extracted payment from these vagrants. Countless were the tribes who lost kin to the wastes through which they stumbled blind. Valiant Tequil and his kind-hearted brother Remak were born to one such tribe. At the hour of their birth, a long, troubling night reigned inside and outside the caves, and though the campfires around which the tribe's people sat flickered, none were comforted by their light. The people thought, "This fire shall soon go out, and once it does, we too shall be finished. How long will this night last? I'm cold, and hungry too. Let's hurry things up then, quickly, let me walk into the night. Better that than this torment. Oh, you children, you poor, poor children." Yet, Tequil and Remak did not announce themselves with sorrowful cries as the other children did. Instead, Tequil stared into the cavern depths. The minions of the cavern did their best to frighten him, but his gaze swept over them, keen as a sharp stone spur. He has seen us, our sharp claws and long teeth, but he is not afraid. The wicked creatures whispered amongst themselves anxiously, and involuntarily retracted said appendages. Remak, for his part, waved his hands and laughed, and his laughter was like pebbles tumbling in a stream, drawing the eyes of all the distressed tribespeople to his face. Only then did they notice that though the flame wavered, it had never ceased to burn. And with another wave of his hands, Remak patted the firewood next to him. "Feed the flame! Feed the flame!" The elderly chief, thus reminded by the newborn boy, shouted his words aloud, repelling the fear that had been about to swallow the tribe whole. People stood and fueled the fire, and they drew their obsidian blades, casting their eyes into the cavern depths just as Tequil had. The beasts of the cavern were filled with rage and hate, but they knew that these people would not loosen their grip on their weapons, nor would their eyes be shut. Terror had already fled, and so death was forced to retreat. Only when the sun rose again did the brothers close their eyes, falling asleep in their mother's bosom. Thus did the tribespeople depart the cave, having lived another day. These people, who had rejected fear, would live countless days more. Yet the defeat of her evil underlings caught the eye of their master, Coatlicue? Did you write this down? Where? Oh! My journal walked away. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, wrote a few notes about her down. Here we go. For this lord of demons, who claimed to be the mother of the underworld and mistress of 10,000 times 10,000 caves, whose fangs were the rocky stalactites, whose tongue was every blast of wet, frigid wind, and who, upon awakening, could only be satiated by devouring 10,000 living souls. Tequil and Remak were the first humans to slip her grasp. Shamefaced, this Earth Mother waved her hand, lashing the evil beast cowering to the side with rock. Go, go, redeem your humiliating failure. Capture those dim-witted mortals and fill my stomach. But, having seen their fears vanquished, the people remembered well the methods of scattering those terrors time after time. They settled at the foot of the mountains, sharpened wooden stakes, lit fires, and gave the sharpest blades to their best warriors, with which they would stand guard behind the stakes. Their bright eyes pierced the wilderness beyond the firelight, and did not shift their gazes away for even a moment. By blade and fire did Coatlicue minions taste defeat time after time, until they could do nothing but huddle in the dark, daring not to draw near the flame. The fires in the hearts of the people ignited, and they began to speak of victory, of light, and of the end of the Viper. They believed in Tiquil and Rimac. These two brothers could surely keep the heat and light alive. Tiquil and Rimac thought the same, and so they sharpened their spears and blades, preparing to drive the demon lord of that evil serpent to her doom. But the Earth Mother, who hated this tribe, did not relent. She took sludge from the deepest parts of the cave and pinched it into a snake. Then she plucked out her eye, settling it into the serpent's eye socket. It was that child who caused you to witness the fire, and so let me go and swallow his eyes. One evening, when the sun had just set, night's veil was slowly covering the sky, and the stars had yet to begin granting their light. The serpent bit and slew a rabbit beyond the tribe's bounds, and burrowed into its skin, lying flat on the ground. Rimac, returning from gathering herbs, came upon this rabbit, and, seeing its wound, the kind child put his torch down without hesitation, and reaching for his herbs, he chewed on them, preparing to apply them to the rabbit. But the snake, speaking for the Earth Mother, leaped from the wound, hissing laughter. Ha ha ha, ignorant, foolish human, sacrificing yourself for a lowly rabbit. Before Rimac could retrieve his torch, the Earth Mother's serpent latched its fangs first onto his neck, then, burrowing into his body, captured his heart and soul both. The defenseless sentries were next to be murdered by the Earth Mother, for they greeted Rimac just as they always did when he returned from gathering herbs, only to be pierced through the heart by the serpent, dying on the spot. The entire tribe's fires were put out, and amidst the shroud of darkness, death and terror were resurgent. The Earth Mother spat the snake out, and through poisoned fangs she cried out, "Behold! Behold, you arrogant fools, and kneel as you should in the dust." But the sound of a rock being struck cut her off, for Tiquil, who had been sharpening his obsidian blade, used it to create sparks that set his tent alight. He raised his blade and charged forward, letting fly his blade at the Earth Mother's messenger. The blazing edge cleaved the poisoned serpent molded from soil with ease, but as Tiquil was about to follow through, he saw his brother's eyes and the blood staining his brother's hands. That instant was all the time the wounded viper needed to escape. Yet nigh fully charred it was still, and the Earth Mother's eye reduced almost to ashes. This tribe was destroyed, and never again was there a chance it would dare defy her. Thus did the Earth Mother comfort herself as she retreated into the darkness. How Tiquil wished to call out Rimac's name, but the burning dust caught in his throat, and so he could only watch as his brother vanished into the night. When the night at last passed, Tiquil, who stood amidst the ruins, knew that the surviving tribespeople could no longer stay. Burying his confusion and pain deep in his heart, he led them on a new journey. They crossed mountains and canyons, dodging fearsome beasts and poisonous insects. Tiquil did not close his eyes for so long as they journeyed, nor did he dare to loosen his grip on blade or torch. Finally, by a silent volcano, they found a tribe willing to take them in. Only after he saw the last of his tribe peacefully fall into slumber under the old shaman's care did he relax and collapse to the earth. When he awoke, he found himself in a blazing cave. The lava that surrounded him undulated with an erratic pulse, as if the very mountain was slowly breathing. When he stood up, the lava boiled and bubbled, and a rumbling came from all directions. Do not search for your brother. His eyes have been devoured by a cunning serpent. But I must save him, and pursue that venomous snake also. His words echoed through the cave, but the goddess of mountains and fire was silent. Tiquil thus prayed unto her, "Let my brother's name live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return." The goddess answered him in the echoing cave. Thus said she, "Your prayer have I heard, but your brother is no longer your kin. His name has sunken into the deepest of depths." Tequil raised his head and lifted up his wish to the goddess. "Turn my blood to fire, so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry. Turn my blood to fire, until my soul may sear and slay that serpent. I will take its head before my blood runs dry." When Tequil awoke again, the old shaman of the tribe gave him a brand new sword, food, and water. Finally, the shaman clasped his shoulders and blessed him. "May your fire dry the venomous snake's venom." Thus did Tequil embark on another journey. His strength was endless, his body tireless, and his blood burned like lava. He crossed grassy fields and snowy peaks, deep valleys and high mountains, and the goddess of mountains and fire showed him the way with falling rocks into the cracks and cliffs. Thus did Tequil stride forward without hesitation. When he finally met his brother again, the Earth Mother mocked him once more using Rimak's body and voice, but when her claws pierced Tequil's chest, he moved not, and instead her bones were melted by his burning blood. Tequil stared the vicious demon lord down, and said in a loud voice, "My brother is gentle of heart. He would surely have made this land a better place. Yet you have affronted him with your poison, smothered his virtue, slaughtered those who had faith in his virtue. Die, you despicable, venomous insect. Die here." As he roared, Tequil's blood stained his obsidian blade, turning it red hot in an instant. The Earth Mother watched in terror as her shell, bones, and soul were sundered. She wished to scream, to buy but a moment in which she could unleash her claws and tear Tequil to ribbons. But she could make no sound, for in the fire's light, the silent soul to whom this body once belonged awakened. And that soul cried out to his brother, "I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left." The blazing flame swept over every corner in that gloomy, frigid cavern, and every last poisonous insect within was slain, burned to ash alongside every plot and scheme so heinous and vile. As the last drop of his blood was about to burn away, the roof of the cave above Tequil's head trembled. A fissure opened, and a gem fell down and stopped up his wound. The goddess of mountains and fire spoke once more, and her voice echoed across the walls. "You yet have one drop of blood. Return to your tribe, for this is your brother's wish, and I will see it fulfilled." One night, the old shaman who had waited day after day beyond the tribe's bounds stood to welcome the returning Tequil. But Tequil refused the water, the food, and the cheers. Instead, he simply said, "The venomous snake is slain, and I am victorious. But I shall soon depart along with my brother." He took the gem from his chest, placed it upon a torch, and walked up to the silent volcano. "I have but one drop of blood left, but it was not left for me, but rather for justice and fairness, for the good and the brave. Use it and light a fire, a flame that shall never be extinguished." Having said that, valiant Tequil leaped into the dead volcano. The earth was shaken by his heart and blood, and the volcano's own heart resumed beating, the blazing lava once more beginning to flow. The volcano lives, as does the bravery of all the tribes. The blazing lava once more beginning to flow. Wow. That was a lot. That's super cool. Okay, so speaking of demons, we learned a lot about this demon in here. The god of the mountains. She's called both a god and a demon, which is fascinating. It's kind of like a dragon. You know, you could be a dragon in someone else's story. So this god is a demon in this story. I wonder if that's what a demon is in this world then. Just a god. That would be interesting, but I'm still expecting to see 5 or 7 demon-like entities to create symmetry with the 5 shades and fanes, but maybe it's just the 5 sinners of Conria. Anyways, that's not relevant to this story. Speaking of symmetry though, there was symmetry just in this story alone. So, Coatlicue is like the god of the mountain, the Earth Mother. But then, Tequil meets... Where is she? The goddess of mountains and fire. So similar. She was a god of... Coatlicue is a god of a mountain, but this is a goddess of mountains. Is that really the difference there? Where was it? Yeah. So, Coatlicue is called the god of the mountains. I'm assuming that this god of the mountains is Coatlicue. And then the goddess of mountains and fire is someone else entirely. Fascinating. So, this volcano that Tequil ignited, do you suppose that's the sacred volcano? The way that he described light a fire that shall never be extinguished. I mean, my first thought was actually the Turnfire. Could this be the origin of the Turnfire? We know that the Turnfire passed through Ochkan's hands before it then went to the tribe's hands via, was it Yupanqui who grabbed it? I think. Yes. Yupanqui, as the ancestor of the Scions, stole the Turnfire from Ochkan, and then it burns through the ley lines and into the Night Kingdom. So that's a pretty never-ending fire to me. On the other hand, it could be the sacred volcano, and on the third hand, it could be the beginning of sacred flame almost, because it's connected to the bravery of the tribes. But the sacred flame only came around once the rules of Natlan were established. That would have been about, you know, what, 3,700 years ago? 2,700? I always forget. At the end of the Archon War. Presumably, because it was those were set by Xbalanque and Renova. So, the rules might already have existed, but in that case I think the Sacred Flame would already have existed. Okay, so my top 2 guesses are the Sacred Mountain. It's my number 1, and then my number 2 is the Turnfire. What a story. This is, I mean, if we look at this from a metaphorical parable perspective, the imagery of snakes is fascinating. That makes me think of the Battle Pass story. We've seen so few snake stories in this world. This one definitely stands out as important. And also the focus on eyes. Basically, she said, Coatlicue said, swallow his eyes. And the snake then goes and basically steals Remok's body. And then the Earth Mother puts her power into the snake initially by putting her own eye into the serpent. So, something about, you know, we say in our world, eyes are windows to the soul, but something about eyes being the way to possess a person, perhaps, could be interesting to keep in mind if we learn more about indwelling ever. But what it also makes me think of as visions. Because, you know, they're called visions in English. Aren't they called God's eyes in Chinese? So, I wonder if that almost implies that any vision wielder could at any moment be overridden. I suppose it would be by the Archon of that element. Though one assumes that most of the Archons would not want to do this to the vision bearers. But still, if you're carrying around the eye of a god, and bequeathing an eye onto, shall we say, a less powerful entity, allows you to perhaps possess them, like the god did to the snake here. And then the snake, it doesn't say that the snake ate Remok's body. I'm sorry, ate his eye or anything. But she told it to. Anyways, I have seen in other stories eyes being methods of transferring power or transferring control over someone. But this just raises a bunch of red flags for me, basically. I really want to keep that in mind. Basically, as it's like learning about something dangerous, you know? Say you didn't know that mosquitoes existed, and then suddenly you learn that mosquitoes existed. You're gonna be on the lookout for mosquitoes. So I'm suddenly on the lookout for anything to do with eyes. And oh my god, I've been on the lookout for things to do with eyes for a while. We see eyes all over certain characters. Ooh, I want to open my character menu. Anyways, those are my initial thoughts. I didn't go too far into depth into my thoughts on looking at this as a metaphor. But snakes, huh? A battle pass story. Yeah, this was super cool. Definitely want to keep all of this in mind forevermore.
I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Rimac said,
Oh, Coatlicue. Oh, my bad.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
She quoted that from memory. I love it. So, what about the other version of the story? As long as you remember... Also, this whole thing, remember my name? As long as you remember me, I will have never left. Perfect story for Natlan. Oh, makes me so sentimental about names again.
The other version was released only recently. The author heard a suggestion from someone and suddenly decided to try and make a stake in the fairy tale market, so the story was revised.
What to?
In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. According to the author, this gave the story a happy ever after kind of ending.
Okay.
However, the revised version was not well received. After a month on the market, it had hardly sold any copies and the books were collecting dust on the store shelves.
I wonder who wrote it. I mean, you don't suppose it was actually... What is her name? Oh yeah, Nechka. I wonder if maybe Nechka wrote it? Because she was spending a lot of time reading books, maybe she tried writing one. That would imply that she's already read this story then, so it wouldn't make a good gift.
The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book, and have resorted to all sorts of promotions and discounts to sell it.
Is that why you have several copies of it?
Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition is nearly impossible to find.
The newer one? What? I thought you said the newer one didn't do well. Yeah, it was not well received. So what's the newer version?
Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nechka, so I spent a few days looking and managed to find a few copies of the old edition in a warehouse.
I'm assuming she means the revised edition versus the original edition, basically.
I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nechka. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. The pages are pretty old though, so please be gentle with it.
Oh, reading Bert too?
Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition too. They gave me a free copy when I went to buy some chocolatl.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book. Could it really be that bad? Even Paimon's curious now.
That's 2 more for the collection. You can read them to me while we're on the road, Paimon.
Okay, but you'll have to carry Paimon for a while. Once Paimon's done reading it herself, she'll read it out for you.
Wait, that's adorable. She wants to focus on reading, so she needs me to carry her so she doesn't float into a tree or something.
Let's get going. Tlasoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
There we go. Act 3 started. Fascinating. Somewhat aged copy of To Kill the Brave and spanking new copy of To Kill the Brave. In here? Maybe? Let's see. This mysterious sorting order as always. I can't decide if they'll be new or not because we read one of them. I suppose it just said new when we got them, so they should say new. Really? Not in here. I suppose we would have gotten a notice at the top, you know, added to archive, but instead it's in here? Hey, hey, hey! Did we get something new? No. Yes! We got one! What is this? Vuka is fated to transcend hardship and answer the expectations of those they deeply love. That's Chaska, isn't it? Why isn't she in the middle ring? Are these from doing tribal quests? Aw, cute. Yeah, because Vuka's Chaska. What? Everyone else is in the middle. Poor Chaska's all the way out here. Because I would assume these would be tribal quests. Because there's 6, but then Jasper's over here. Oh, Paimon. The star that transcends destiny. I will never be over that. Huh. Books. We came in here looking for books. And if they're in here, it should say new. Speaking of which, I should drop those off in my teapot, huh? Ooh. Oh yeah, I can turn these in. Awesome. What the heck? Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Yay. This is, the one that we just read, right? Yes, somewhat aged, and then brand spanking new, which is the new version. Okay, this tale comes from the desolate, distant past. In those days, the mountain's teeth were still bared like blades against man and beast, thirsting for the souls of the feeble-minded, human and non-human alike. This is the same, this is the same. This is the same. This is the same. Wow, this is just like in a inversion of Genesis, comparing two different forms of the text. I love it. Okay. Yeah, oh my god, hey, that brings up an interesting question. Thinking of those engravings that this quest has been talking about, and my thoughts on how they might be impacting people's memories, maybe. What happens when there is a story in this world that's widely circulated and widely known, and then someone introduces a new version of that same story with slight differences, and people start to come to know that story? Like, the story that's recorded in Irminsul, or the Night Kingdom, or both, does it ever get confused? Is Irminsul sophisticated enough to, you know, have two registry entries, one for version A, one for version B? Because when I think of a human, if a human reads both of these, and say they read them casually, you know, they don't study them and, like, you know, pay a lot of attention to the differences. They probably read both stories once, multiple years between each version. They're going to get them confused. They're going to be like, wait, you know, is this part from that version, or did this happen in that one? And they might start to combine them in their memory. What happens in Irminsul or the Night Kingdom when humans start to merge stories? Is there any effect? Because I wonder if, like, this could be contributing to the memory weirdness in this tribe. Now that I think about it, probably not, because we've only seen this memory weirdness so far. First of all, in one person. But first of all, only in people who have interacted with the crystal engravings, inscriptions, whatever they're called. So, those are probably the main culprits. But still, what happens when there's two versions of the same story in Tevat? Fascinating idea. Okay, anyways. This is the same. This is the same. Okay, here we go. I think this is the difference. She makes a snake. She puts her eye into the snake. And then, it was that child who caused you to witness the fire, and so let me go and swallow his eyes. Originally, she commands the snake to go and swallow his eyes. And I think this phrasing is slightly different anyways. One evening, when the sun had just set, night's veil was slowly covering the sky, the serpent bit and slew a rabbit, burrowed into the rabbit, the herbs, the hissing. The snake bites him and captures his heart and soul. Everyone dies. The Earth Mother is excited about this. Tequil sets his tent on fire. Tequil realizes it's his brother. The Earth Mother retreats through Rimac, so he vanishes into the night. Tequil leads his tribe to a new tribe that will take them in. He has this dream. Do not search for your brother. His eyes have been devoured by a cunning serpent, but I must save him and pursue that venomous snake also. Tequil asks for his blood to be fire. He gets the blessing. He journeys. The goddess of mountains and fire shows him the way. They fight. Here we go. Okay, so Tequil sets his blade on fire and deals a blow to the Earth Mother. She wishes to scream to buy but a moment in which she could unleash her claws, but she could make no sound, for in the fire's light, the goddess of mountains and fire opened one eye, causing a silent soul to whom this body once belonged to awaken and grasp that snake by the neck. So in this version, the goddess of mountains and fire intervenes. It's not that Rimac recognizes his brother's light, but that she intervenes. Rimac awakens and is able to grab the snake. The goddess cried out, "You vile snake, you wicked shade," interesting, "be driven out by the light, as you should." The blazing flames swept over every corner in that gloomy, frigid cavern, and every last poisonous insect within was slain, burned to ash alongside every plot and scheme so heinous and vile. As the last drop of his blood was about to burn away, the roof of the hole above Tequil's head trembled. A fissure opened, and a gem fell down and stopped up his wound. The falling rocks, too, formed a body for the soul that had been bitten by the serpent. The goddess of mountains and fire spoke once more, and her voice echoed across the walls. "I have seen your heart and blood, and I shall give of my own. Go back now, return to your tribe with your brother. Yet this heart and blood shall not be left for you, but rather for justice and fairness for the good and the brave." One night, the old shaman who had waited day after day beyond the tribe's bounds stood to welcome the returning Tequil and his brother Rimac. They took the offered water and food and said, "The venomous snake is slain, and we are victorious. But our heart and blood do not remain for us, but rather for justice and fairness for the good and the brave. Light the fire. Together we shall stand and ensure that the flame is never extinguished." Okay, yeah, pretty different. Kind of cool that this author tried to maintain their commitment, the brothers' commitment to the unending fire. But yeah. Rimac was saved by divine intervention. It's not his own strength. But also he was saved more than before, obviously. She gave him a body. Funnily enough, my very first thought was like, ooh, no, Celestia won't like that. That's like primordial life experiments. Something that Celestia has not enjoyed in the past. And at the time that this story would have taken place, Celestia would have been paying attention and would have been awake, you know? But I don't suppose the author of this would have known that. Also, something was interesting up here. I was just thinking about if we want to wonder if these stories are acting at all as foreshadowing for what might happen to the travelers, because this is very similar, not exactly the same as far as I know so far, but very similar to what's going on with our sibling. In a way, you could say. Now, my current understanding is that our dear sibling is doing what they are doing because they believe they're doing the right thing. Maybe they feel backed into a corner as well. Maybe they feel controlled by their fate. But they are, in general, still in control of themselves and their heart and their mind. If we take a look at this story as possible foreshadowing, this suggests that something has burrowed its way into our sibling and possessed them with ill intent, perhaps. At the very least, turned them against us, you know? So, I don't know how much I'm going to expect this to pan out to be foreshadowing, but it is something to keep in mind. Definitely bits and pieces of this could return in our story specifically, and if not, we might see it in a larger story throughout this world. But okay. Yay! Glad we got to take a look at that. Wonderful. Alright, so our next is to visit Tlatzoli, but that will start Act 3, will it not? Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that one. Save that for next time. There's something else I want to do. Something super different. And I'm gonna do it. First of all, I'm looking for World Quest. We saw one up here, I want to say. Let's mark that. And then, way over here, I want to go over here. I don't know, I was gonna go for the statue. But I think I'll just explore a little bit over here. We have that mysterious underground Oculus still. We need a key for it. What on earth? Oh, you're a little guy. There's those Saurians that I'm really bad at using and I'm not that familiar with. Here's what I'm thinking. Let us track to Aoife's little guy. You know, his friendly little guy that definitely won't try to kill us.
Huh?
Whoa. Fascinating.
Hey, get...
Oh.
Cool.
Now that's new. Okay, cool. They're showing us the path. I'm guessing this guy is underground or something. And this will show us the way. Alrighty, sounds great. I'm just assuming that there's going to be some sort of teleporter out here. Oh my god. Is that the freaking tribal quest for the children of... for what do they call them? The Collective of Plenty? Ahaha! Oh, we are playing with fire this time. But that's okay, that's okay. Look at all the sparks in the air, literally playing with fire. That is so cool. It's like that just because we're close to the volcano, I'm guessing. Hey, there's a teleporter. Ooh, might want to get that. Man, the air quality here? Probably not the best, though. But the soil quality? Probably quite fantastic. I don't know, there's a fine line, isn't there, between a volcano enriching soil and a volcano making soil toxic. I want this Oculus. So what do you think is going on? I think Tlazoli's crystal things are somehow erasing people's memories. I don't think she's done it intentionally, but I do think she's aware of the danger and doesn't care. And she's still making these things in order to get money for her daughter's medicine and such. Is there a teleporter in here? Now, you don't suppose she's faking her daughter's illness, do you? I don't think so, because, ooh. Whatever her name is, would have definitely noticed by now. Our friend who introduced us to Tlazoli in the first place. Oh dear. Pulverite. Rocks containing phlogiston. Ooh, ejected from the volcano during an eruption. If struck, they can be shattered. Can I just do this? I don't understand these Tankasaurs. I've got 2 charges. I've got 1 charge. Hey, I did it. Ah! Alright, free me. I need to fight this little one. I tried to just possess you earlier, but you weren't having it. There we go. Peace has returned to Saurian kind. Alright, I could probably break these rocks too, but I'm not going to. Eh. Oh my god, that was harder than I thought it was. Hey, but we didn't die. Excellent. Wow. This is a cavernous space. And no teleporter yet. Oh, lava again. Okay. Ah, don't touch the lava. There's a teleporter. You know, when that book was talking about the goddess of mountains and fire, I actually thought about the crab in Fontaine. Oh, that's the Emperor of Fire and Iron, isn't it? A little different. Okay, so we can get these. This guy will continuously generate heat. A failed attempt to birth wisdom from pure energy. But bears the outline of a great race, yet possesses no more consciousness than a stone. Excuse me? Who tried to make this? Do you suppose dragons tried to make this? Like a thinking machine, basically. Though, from stone. Stone-hearted final form of flowing flame. Sounds good. Probably should have done that earlier, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, you are very heat resistant, aren't you? Oh god. Ooh, what do you think will happen when we charge up that bar all the way? Get to work, team. Oh, I'm standing in lava. I don't like that. Darn. Could have gotten a little bit more healing out of that. And he hurt me again. This is so rude of you, honestly. Alright, let's just hit you with Cryo. There's my charge back. Great, let's grab it. Get out of the way. The way it rolls is really fun. So you're a dragon statue? Are you broken? Or do you have like a second phase where you're going to retake your full form? You're not looking very dragon-like, my friend. You're looking kind of shattered, actually. Wow. You have a lot of resistance. Oh god. Yikes. Okay, so let's do this in order. This. To you. And then get out of the lava. Oh ho ho, you are changing, my little friend, aren't you? Oh ho, it's like the other enemies whose names I forget. The little, the things that we just fought to save our new friend's life. Spirits of fire or something. Huh, you look quite similar to those guys. We've definitely read the description of those guys already, but I feel the need to read it again. Oh no, I don't think we read the description of those guys. We read the description of their drops. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Okay. Vega needs to heal, so she's on the field. There you go, my friend. Doing a little jump, doing a little dance. Attack while we can. Heal a little wee bit, then run out of the way. Lovely. No, you're still lava-ing. Please stop. Thank you. It's very funny, because I have my very pyro team in our very pyro land, and yet all the bosses we've met so far, except for like one, are quite resistant to pyro. Suppose it makes sense. After all, indeed, pyro land. Nice. Out of the way. Yeah, that looks more like a dragon. Oh, I love it. Because the head actually looks like the statues of dragons that we've seen in ruins of the dragon civilization. I love it. It's consistent with what we've seen. Which does make me think that maybe this thing was created by the dragon civilization. You know, we know that they had advanced technology. I could see them making a stone statue and trying to imbue it with wisdom, though the question would then be why. That would explain how it's so destroyed. This thing is probably very, very old. And if it wasn't the dragon civilization, then who on earth could it have been? Something like this in a location like this doesn't give us many more options. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Alrighty, I've already done my resin for the day, but it's already regenerated pretty well. 12 hours? Yeah, okay, I can use some. Yay! Nice. A core pulled from the blazing remains of the lava dragon statue. It is said that the entity known as the lava dragon statue is a special existence born from the limitless accumulation of phlogiston. Originally, it was believed that pure energy would produce a being with human-like intelligence. However, this attempt ultimately failed. Unlike in ancient times, it seems that pure energy can no longer naturally give rise to complex, intelligent, and controllable organisms capable of growth. Haha, they tried to slip that in there without us noticing. Controllable, you say? So somebody was trying to recreate primordial life, basically, once again, using, well, I suppose, phlogiston, which is like the primordial version of fire, essentially, but also the primordial version of just elemental energy in general. Because the rest of life in Teyvat was made by primordial water, right? Were the dragons also made by primordial water? I suppose so. It wouldn't be strange if they were. After all, Nevelet is a dragon and he's hydro-aligned. No, you are not the menu I was looking for. Oh, Aoife, my dear friend. That's what I like to see.
Whew. You gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of other people, right?
And that's fair enough. Okay, I'm not going to level him. I'm just really being cautious with my more and my resources. But there we go. We're starting to get up there, my friend. I can do his talents now. Speaking of talents, hey, did I happen to naturally collect enough? No, I didn't. Might just... No, don't. Resist. I'm trying to resist, as mentioned before, using a alchemy table to get the resources I need for her. Because why? Because I want more Mora. And if I just wait for it to slowly accumulate, then I will slowly accumulate Mora as well. Alright, do we want to go back over and explore? I got a little worried about the tribal quest that's like right there. I really expected it to be down here. We did see like one more teleporter we could grab, but you know what? Let's stop testing fate. Something else we could do. We could read something, but we already read some stuff. I guess we'll just end it early. It'd be kind of nice to have a little bit of a break, not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna end it here. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this travel quest so far. I mean, I've spoken on travel quests before. I really enjoy them. I think they're a great structure. And I like how we're learning more about the tribe and other people in it, and the character in question being Xilonen, of course. This one, you know, whenever there's a mystery, you know I'm going to sink my teeth into it. And so I'm enjoying trying to figure out just what is going on here. Is Tlazoli lying? Is she not? Everyone in this game is always so suspicious. I suppose that's intended, you know, they want there to be a little bit of mystery and uncertainty, but what could be going on here? I don't suppose... Like, basically, I think my issue is that Tlazoli has no real motive. Is she trying to harm others? If so, why? Is she angry over no longer being an ancient name forger? Well, she only stopped because her daughter got sick. She better not be blaming her daughter for that or anything. She took good care of her. Like, I don't get it. Like, if she wanted to go back to being an ancient name forger, why doesn't she just go back to doing that? So I don't think she has motive for this to be some sort of insidious plan. But it definitely seems like those inscriptions are causing some problems. Which is fascinating in and of itself. The ancient names... are they necessarily part of the laws and the rules that were laid down by Xabalanque and Renova? The Ode of Resurrection is, and the Ode of Resurrection only works on ancient name bearers. But did ancient names already exist as a concept in Natlan? I'll need to review that. I don't recall them mentioning whether or not they did, so I'm not sure. But why that matters is because Tlazoli kind of just invented a new way of inscribing memories. Just casually started doing it. That seems like a huge, loophole, perhaps, in the rules in Natlan. If you learn how to forge ancient names, you can just kind of make your own version of it if you wanted to. That feels very dangerous. And like it should be taboo. But Tlazoli's doing it and nobody seems to care, besides the fact that everybody wants to buy one. So, super interesting idea there that I guess basically, yeah, if you understand the rules, you can start to use them in a different way. So I do definitely want to learn more about what she's doing with her stones there. Because that has the potential to help us perhaps with, like, Malwika's whole issue, where the rules say she needs to die now. So, and also Xilonen's whole thing. The Lord of the Night said she also needed to die to give us a name. There's just a lot of death in Natlan at the moment. Because a lot of people just died. And the Shade of Death is around. Or at least she was. Her impact, the Renova impact, is still around. So yeah, basically, I love these tribal quests and how they introduce things that can apply outwards to the rest of Natlan. I think it's very well done. And we'll have to see what Tlazoli's up to next time. For now, yes indeed, we are done here. So, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A special thank you to our Patreon supporters: Jay Blakewood, Konosard, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, G. Brillia, The Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, Ruru, Axel Iron, Jay Quellen, Lunar, Sonova, Mathsan, Marcin, Marcus, Sal, Don't Call It, and all of our anonymous patrons. Thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one.